Marcus, thank you for taking the time to speak to me. Much appreciated. I'm 8 hours ahead of you in Malaysia, a long way from where you are right now. So I hope you're doing okay today.
Yes, I'm doing very well. I appreciate that you're taking your time as well. I mean, 8 hours is a lot of hours ahead, but yeah, I do appreciate the time you're taking as well.
I also appreciate watching goals and games, and your last game had plenty of that. I mean, what was your reaction? A hat trick of penalties.
I mean, like it's never been done before. I mean, when you're in the pitch, you don't really think of it as like that. You're just happy to see the ball go in the back of the net, no matter how it goes in. I mean, at the end of the game, that's when we realised that he had made history, but there was no doubt that he was going to score each and every penalty when we get to see his ability he does each and every day in training when he takes them penalties.
Can I ask, does he practice a lot in training? Is it one of those things that you do?
Yeah. That's one of the things that me and him both do definitely against the keepers, and most times you'll see us two come out on top.
I love the confidence. Okay. Can I talk about what it's like playing at the Vitality for you? Because your home support seems to be tremendous. You've taken some big scalps there, City and Arsenal, of course, being the primary candidates.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's something the manager spoke about at the start of the season of making this place a little bit as a fortress. I mean, like making teams come here and realizing that it's not a nice place to come and not an easy place to get points when you come here. And I feel like you can see that with the start of the season that we've had that we're doing that we're proving it with the performances that we're putting on the pitch.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching Evan Nielsen playing as well. What do you make of how he's settled in? His chemistry as well with Anthony, I think needs to be highlighted.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see that he's really settled in now, and he's playing some of his best football, which is great. And I'm over the moon for him to start putting the ball in the back of the net. I mean, we need to start finding him more, but we're just starting to understand like the types of movements he's creating on the pitch, and you can see that we're all gelling together and creating chances for each and one another.
That understanding makes a huge difference. That's a half second difference on the pitch, right? Which it could mean an offside. It could mean a ball finding him or not.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he makes them runs, and it's our job as wingers or midfielders to find him, because at the end of the day, that's the one we really want scoring goals. I know we have to contribute as much as we can, but we need to start finding him a little bit more so we can help him put that ball in the back of the net.
I think we also have to give a shout out to Lewis Cook. He really seems, in my eyes anyway, to have kicked on offensively this season. Is there anything different that he's doing? Is there anything tactically different that's bringing out the best of Lewis Cook?
I think the not necessarily. I think people are just realizing it more. I mean, he's like that in every single game. He's a top player to play with and to be around. More importantly, as well, he's great in the camp. He was a even though he didn't play at the weekend, he was a big miss, and we're just happy to have him back for this next game, and hopefully he can just put one of them top performances like he normally does each and every week.
Yeah. Can I also ask about your manager? And I've interviewed a few of these managers I'm about to list. There's something about the Basque region of Spain, right? There's something in the water. It's a very small population, but they've churned out Xabi Alonso, Unai Emery, Mikel Arteta, and of course, your manager as well. Is there something different about the Basque region managers?
It must be the water they drink. I mean, you can see that they've got some great managers from there, and they're all doing really well in the football world. So I wouldn't be surprised in the future if there's some more managers which come out of there who do really well.
Yeah, especially with Arteta being old friends of your manager. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like they're all friends, and they all know each other, and it's a small community. So it's a great place, and they have a lot of great managers which come out of it.
I'm sure for Mikel and Andoni, it's great having someone they could talk to who's been there since they were young, and it's something relatable for you as well, having a brother in the professional game. Is he someone you turn to for advice?
Yeah, he's the first person I would turn to. I've been doing that ever since I've started my professional journey. I mean, he's been in the same situations, if not better situations or worse situations before I've had to enter them, and he's always given me the advice leading into them or after them of how I can improve or better myself in that scenario.
Got to ask about the celebration. I'm going to pull my chair back a bit. The baseball is what you clarified it as, but you haven't actually shared why you do it. Are you allowed to share why you do it? You both do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just from one of our favorite movies that we watch, and there's a part of the movie. It's called Life. I mean, it's with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, and they, they escape prison and end up going to a baseball game. Sorry, and that's why we do it because we watched that film together, and we it's one of our favorite films. So it's something that we just introduced into when we score a goal.
I know that movie. It's set in like the 1930s or 40s as well. It's like a retro sort of feel to it. It's the
Yeah.
most random movie you could have listed. I'm being honest here. I've never
Yeah, I
heard
know
anyone else talking
it's a
about it.
very random movie, but it's just something we thought of when we watched it. Oh, shall we do that when we score? And last season he scored too many goals to do it, so it was just I was just waiting for me until I could do it eventually, and that's the reason why we do it in the end.
Could be a sensitive question here, but if Bournemouth were to play Rangers, who would the family be supporting? You can't have a half and half shirt or scarf. Can't be done.
I don't think they'd be supporting anyone. I mean, I think they'd just be more happy to see both their sons playing against each other and just enjoying that moment as it doesn't happen each and every day.
Yeah, there must be something the Tavernier water as well as in the Basque region, having not one but two sons who are professional footballers.